Yo, 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 yo. What up, Band Nation? It's Talk Yo Shy. Well, I'm finna break down this Sunday night football shootout in Santa Clara. The Bears, Chicago Bears, they hung tight with the Superpower 49ers in a 42-38 battle that came down to the final play. In this game, it's like if you blink, you miss something. The game was nuts. Offense everywhere, drama on every drive. And the finish that we was on the edge of our seats, but let's get into it. Right off the jump, the Bears hit us with chaos and energy right soon as the first play of the game. TJ Edwards intercepted Brock Purdy and took it back 34 yards for a touchdown. That was a statement. I thought defense was going to dominate the game after that, but I was wrong because Brock Purdy responded. He went on to finish the game with 5 touchdowns, mixing in 3 through the air. He ran for 2 touchdowns too. He passed for 303 yards. He had a 118 passer rating. That wasn't just a good performance. That was elite in big moments. And after the opening pick, the Bears tied at 14-14. Then again, they tied at 21-21. Then again, they tied at 28-28. Then again, they tied at 35-35. It was tied up at every 7. Every time somebody scored, the other team came back and scored right back. Caleb threw for 330 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. He led them on a couple scoring drives. Luther Burden, he had 8 catches, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. This was by far his best game of the season. Colston Loveland added 6 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. I'm excited to see how this relationship blossoms with Colston Loveland and Caleb. If he could continue to use Colston Loveland as a safety valve, I think that'll be good going forward. And then on one of those, on the touchdown catch that Colston Loveland had, Caleb Williams went to scramble, and Colston Loveland recognized it and immediately went into the scramble drill. Then we threw a huge bomb to Loveland for a touchdown. And don't sleep on DeAndre Swift. He had two rushing touchdowns, and they was hard yards on the ground. Heading into the fourth quarter, it was still a back and forth battle. It was about 5 minutes and 36 seconds left. The Bears took the lead 38-35 on a 29-yard field goal from Cairo Santos. I wish they find a kicker that can kick 60-yard field goals, because that's the new age, man. Like, Santos has been accurate, but I would like to be able to move down the field and know that if I get held up at the 40, I got a kicker that can come in and boom one. But after Santos kicked that field goal, the 49ers wasn't done. Brock Purdy, he connected on a 39-yard touchdown pass to Jawan Jennings to put Frisco back ahead 42-38 with about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. It was poor defense by the Bears, because make no mistake, this was not a defensive game at all. Nobody defense showed up to play. But Caleb did what Caleb do. We had a final drive left with 2 minutes and 15 seconds. He drove the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. Then we had one play left. It was like 4 seconds on the clock. A touchdown wins the game. And to me, it seemed like it was some misalignment and miscommunication on the formation, because Williams got pressured, threw the ball into the dirt, and the clock ran out. That's how it ended. I think in the press conference, Coach Ben said that there was some miscommunications, and Williams, Caleb, he said the same thing. But that was the worst time that we could have some chaos like that. Um, I've been saying all season that Ben, while him and Caleb has spearheaded this resurrection of the Bears, I think his red zone play calling is absolutely horrendous. He gets it down into the red zone, and then he has to try uh, a trick play. For instance, we were on about the 5 yard line, and he calls a play where it's a shovel pass to Kyle Monungai. Like, no, when we get down in the end zone, just play football. Punch the ball in the end zone. Punch the ball in the end zone. We don't need that all the time. Punch the ball in the end zone. Man. But what this game mean for the Bears? We still have the NFC North clinched. That's step number one. But that loss, it knocked us out of contention to get the number one seed. So, but we still need to go into Detroit and win the game to secure the number two seed, because having a home field advantage in the first round, the wild card round, in the playoffs, that's key. That's key. I first I thought about contemplating sitting Caleb and then just going with Luther. Going with Tyson Bagent. But no, we kind of need this win. And Luther Burton, he left the game with a injured quad. I'm sure more tests are coming. But they asked him about it after the game. He said he was just tired, but he ended up getting carted off the field. So I think I'm 50-50. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to hear what happened. But again, looking at this game, the Bears didn't quit. They executed. They scored. They competed. And you better believe we locked for week 18. Thanks for riding with Talk Your Shy. And if you enjoyed the recap, hit that like, subscribe, a comment, and keep on rocking out with us, man. We got more content coming.